Oh my gosh, I'm not even in Roll20. Look at me being dumb.
You are not dumb. No negative self-talk at this table. It will not stand for anybody calling my friends names.
That way. We don't do self-deprivation here.
I think you mean degradation, not deprivation.
God, what was I saying?
Or deprecation.
Yeah, you gotta correct something.
I'm not as smart as my character.
Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, everyone.
Oh. Hey,
Hello.
Hey, I'm awake and dressed. What more do you want?
Hello, peoples.
Right by the bridge. Right down there. There's really great land right to begin with. Parents. They want to get to do scary levels of color and just a few times I went over, I was like,
We had just gone through the little Brujo book that told us about the Hellgate and the Hell Dogs. Hellhounds. That's what they were called.
Yes.
It's not stolen. This is the only thing that she owns honestly. She's very proud of this. She has bought one thing and one thing only.
That is the only thing you have honestly, which is slightly awesome. Although disappointing that you didn't carjack this either.
Mm.
Oh, last night's little scare. Yeah, well, that was totally Dumas' fault. Getting everybody separated like that.
Is Hawk just like sitting by herself muttering about what happened last night?
Yeah, I think Dumas probably going through the book and reading about the various hell gates and such.
Sitting over here on the sofa, and he's got a diagram that he's working on currently. He's doing some math. All right. How many explosives will it take to close the Hellgate? Now round the 3 times the nitroglycerin, and we get a boom! No, too much boom, Finra, how much boom do we need?
How do you know it might be a big Hellgate?
So we need more.
And then it'll need more boom.
Huck, I love the way you are thinking right now. When have you gotten on Team Explosive recently? Was it the big dog?
I don't think
I've always been in favor of explosives. I've always been in favor of explosives, just not as widely indiscriminate. I believe Dumas was.
Charles slowly pulls out a small little diary. Today, I am very proud of Huck. She joined my explosive team. Puts back his diary.
Yeah, Duma looked up from the notebook. I don't think explosives are going to be enough. All right, I am going to investigate a mystery.
Ouch.
Yes.
Not that bad.
Anyone hurts that dog, gonna be hurting.
Charles just slowly just puts his hand in front of Fenrir's. Just, don't worry, my little buddy. No one's taking any of your blood today. Duma, may I see that map, please? Oh, oops, my bad.
Yeah. I believe we need to investigate this Hellgate. Perhaps we can figure out a way to close it permanently, so this won't happen again. And if we are able to do that, that should weaken this foe significantly.
I was just thinking so hard. So, all right, Duma. So if I'm understanding you correctly, I blow up the Hellgate, dog becomes weak, and then I kill the dog. Would that be somewhat the way we are going to go here?
In very general terms, yes.
I
It's
believe
not going to be
we
as simple as you think.
So I
I
blow
believe
up the man's barn. So I blow up the man's house.
I believe we would need to see the Hellgate before we can make any judgment on how to go from here.
Gleeful, because he's like,
That's
ooh, I could blow up that guy's house. Yeah. Screw that guy.
now Charles.
Blow
Even
up
though
the
he
house.
is a jerk, doesn't mean we're going to blow up his house if we don't need to. It'd be much nicer if we were to say run him out of town and then give the house to that nice little Cindy Turner girl.
To talk. She
Hawk
has one of
was
her own.
fighting me on exploding house. We'll bring
No.
up later tonight.
You said explode the Hellgate. The Hellgate is not necessarily the house.
What if it is the house, though?
Then we can blow the damn house up.
Well, you said it. You said it had a map. Where is the Hellgate?
All right, that's better. Oh, my sound was just not on until now, but that's fine. You guys are really doing the thing, so good job. All right, so that's another part of doing all the updates on your computer. So yes, so it is not indeed the house. It's you would say if the map has like a kind of general landmarks, and having been out there, you'd say it's about like 3/4 of a mile north of the house, as the crow flies, so to speak. It has like little markings, like there's a circle of trees around it, like it's in a clearing or something.
All right.
Is that where Darcy wandered off to in the dark?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell.
Is
Hard to
that-
tell
I was
from
is
where
about
you
to
were.
say, I don't know if we would know that because
Yeah.
there was like the mist and
Sure.
everything.
Yeah, the
And
mist
Darcy
kinda
was
got
also talking about herself the whole time, so she was pretty distracted.
little distracting.
So distracted.
Cool. So yes, with the mist especially, you can't be sure. Landmarks are lost. She was kind of just going in a direction in the dark, hoping against hope to be able to blow off a hellhound's face. But here we are anyway. So yeah, what do you do? He asked inquisitively.
I mean, gear up.
You know what? I'm
Guess.
hearing a voice again, and it's telling me us what to do.
So here's the thing. The murders that have been attributed to the beast here, have they all been at night?
They have all been at night. All the sightings and the attack. Beyond that, you can't say.
That makes it more likely it's not as out or active during the day.
Yes.
So,
Oh, thank God.
then
I don't want to
perhaps
be
we-
fighting
then
monsters
perhaps
in the morning.
In the morning, yes. Before breakfast. Oh my God, no.
That would
Gotta have
give
the
us time.
bakey.
well, then,
Right, we haven't even had breakfast yet. I'm imagining that Darcy's like
Stop
not a
breakfast.
morning person.
Yes, this will give us time to prepare to ambush it later in the evening.
but during the daylight
Dumas, the
hours, we should
strategist.
probably be staking out the Hellmouth and its probable lair and figure out what we're going to do with that.
A stakeout?
Ooh.
I'm into
If you put a
stakeout.
stake out, if you did put a stake out, that would probably lure the Hellhound.
Ooh, we can use one of us as bait.
Darcy, you are not allowed to be bait again.
But it was so fun.
No. You are not
No.
allowed to do that again. I swear, little lady, you will not do that again. Now,
Okay.
I have another idea. If you would entertain me.
If you're gonna
What
say
if we have-
blow it up, Then-
No, I have a different idea. What if we have two teams?
If you're going to say turn it down. Oh, 2 teams, huh?
Two teams, because what you're saying is the creature does not come out during the morning. What if we have one team go and try to take down the Hellgate during the morning, and then our other team prepares supplies to get the creature? And then we meet up together for nighttime, and then try to take on the beast. And then we could have the element of surprise on our side as well. And then I could blow it up.
sounds fine to me.
Ah, Darcy, you make me so proud.
What supplies do you need?
Well, I would imagine for one, I would also imagine, let us try to set up a trap for this creature. Let's try to get, well, was it attacking livestock outside of character real quick?
Yes, there are reports of at least a mutilated cow.
Thank you. I just wanted to know before I keep going on with this.
We did
I
that.
say we go to the local butcher and get a big slab of meat. Prepare it in like a net or maybe a hole in it. I don't know. We just get a trap ready for it. And then we trap it. And then we stomp it with our weapons. Kill it. And then I blow it up.
I love how Charles
at
is
this
like, I don't
point
know how to
that-
set up a trap, but let's make a trap.
It's at this point you guys notice that Hawk is no longer around and you can hear the pickup truck's engine starting.
She just took my truck.
The truck.
Hey, you said you got the RV. You didn't say anything about the truck. Yeah, I know it's your truck, but you don't see Hawk anymore, and the truck
Possession
seems to be
is
pulling away.
9/10 of the law.
Yeah, and I possess it right now.
Damn it.
You have to remember, Darcy, I'm your best friend. I've learned some of your ethics.
Darcy, when did you teach Hawk to hotwire a vehicle?
Hawk goes to check her keys, and they're not there. Or not Hawk, Darcy. I'm getting our characters mixed up again.
Because she's behaving
sure.
just like you.
She
I'm
didn't
sure there are
hotwire
multiple sets of
it.
keys.
No, she just stole your keys.
Yeah, Duma will definitely exit the RV and look at, see if the truck's still there.
I assume it's gone, yes?
I would be, driving up to the place marked on the map where the Hellmouth is supposed to be.
Off-roading, old ass Chevy. That's
Okay,
But
Duma,
I mean, they're
unreliable as
talking
fuck.
about all kinds of complicated plans, and I just wanted to get a look at the thing, so I'm just going to go and get a look at the thing.
yeah, Duma is now sitting in the seat beside Hawk.
What the?
So,
Nearly lose control. Slam the brake in. What in the?
This is not helping with Hawk's
How
trust
did you
issues.
get-
so we're going to
I
investigate.
did not invite you along on this ride.
I do not need an invitation.
Ooh. You're not in control, Hawk.
Rude. Charles,
I should also emphasize is that one of Charles's eyes is pretty much blind because there's a big scar going down it, and when things like this happen, his eye starts to throb. So he's just standing in the middle of the RV, just his eye throbbing like mad.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
Darcy,
she was outside, so you probably didn't see her disappear unless you were looking.
Well, there's windows, you know.
yeah,
You
but he
hear
does
her.
know that like the two of you just like left. Again, this is the second time that you ditched me and Charles.
I don't know who she hates worse, you or
Just like
Charles.
it's just
Who
like
can
I
say?
just wanted to take a look at the place and scout it out, and Charles started rambling. And while he's very, very useful, he can also get very, very annoying. And so I figured I'd just go and get it done, and I should be back by the time he's done rambling about something with explosives, I'm sure. And I'd be back, and nobody had noticed me missing. And now you're here, and you weren't even invited.
We do need to devise a way to rein in his violent nature.
Good luck. That's awesome. Hawk doesn't even have anything to say to that. It's like, yeah.
I'm not convinced we can rein it in. I'm mostly just concerned about pointing it in the right direction.
See, let's
Anyhow, if
follow
you're
them,
here now,
please.
be quiet,
What?
keep your hands to yourself. This will be over quickly. And I'll
What,
start up the
Charles?
truck again.
You
Let's
want me to?
let's
You want me
follow
to drive
behind
the
them.
RV? You want me to drive my nice ass RV through the trees where she just went? There's not even a road there, Charles.
Yeah, Duma just looks over at Hawk and raises her eyebrow at that comment. What do you expect me to do with my hands?
Oh my.
I don't know. You're just suddenly appearing next to me in a pickup truck with nobody around as far as the eye can see. I don't know what you are up to or what you are planning. All I know
I'm planning to
there's
investigate
just
the
something
tailgate
about
with
you.
you.
Please, I think it would be most prevalent, even though I know you have a very nice RV, to follow behind them, because I think they're going to get themselves hurt. So please.
Darcy's gonna give Charles like a long look for a second. Do you promise to clean it afterwards?
Fine, I will give it the greatest spit shine ever. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my
and
god.
then she gets in the driver's seat and starts with the RV and follows behind where the pickup truck was going.
Oh my. Okay.
Sarah, I want you to go and chew up Hawk's shoes right now.
So I'll say that the truck it may be a piece of crap, but it is a 4-wheel drive vehicle, and more made for all-terrain driving than the RV. RV, by the way, not an all-terrain vehicle. So yeah, so Hawk and Dumas are, well, as far as you know, Hawk, but probably Dumas, are in that truck and it's bouncing around all over the place. Hawk is, dodging trees and stuff, but Hawk is going at their own pace. So there's that. However, Darcy is trying to keep up in an RV. So why don't you act under pressure? And I do believe
All right.
I believe you have a move that makes it easier. Yes.
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I do get +1 because I'm driving.
Isn't that like a move or a thing? Or that's
Oh, yeah.
Let's take
It
Yeah,
is.
it's a move. It just gives +1 ongoing while driving.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So it is a
So
move.
then I just get +1 forward.
A 0?
Hey,
How is that
oh, it's
possible?
because I typed a plus sign instead of just a 1 when I was trying to do my forward.
Let's try that again.
Let's try that again then.
6 failure. All right.
Okay,
Okay,
that's a failure anyways.
so yeah, you're following behind, and Darcy, you're just, you have a trained eye for this. I mean, you've done getaway driving before. You've had an entire police force in their cars, lights and sirens, following you at high speed on the freeway before. You've ducked through the tightest of alleyways in urban areas. You have, done it all. But this is one you have not done. You're in an RV machine, like twice the size of a tank, trying to go through and navigate through trees and bushes and undergrowth and stuff, and maybe an animal, we're not sure. Very scared animal, at least. And so you swear to goodness, you're like, you have this spark of joy in your heart. Oh, there's the pickup. I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get her. Hawk's mine. Hawk's mine. She doesn't just take my vehicle. Yeah, that spark of hope in your heart, and suddenly crack. There's you basically go over the wrong what do you call it, route, and it basically clips the underside right under the right tire. So something's wrong with that tire now, and you are basically, it wedges itself into the mud of the ground as it tries to keep going at high speed. And there you are. And then you see just the dust of the what do you call it, the pickup truck in the distance, and then it's gone and it's out of your view.
So we're just stopped,
You're just stopped
basically,
about halfway
and
there.
my right front tire is fucked up.
Pretty much.
So Darcy's gonna sit
Nice
there.
job breaking it, hero.
Darcy's gonna sit there and be quiet for a second, and then she will, after taking a deep breath, she unbuckles her seatbelt and she gets up and turns to Charles. She says, "Oh, we're just gonna go follow Hawk," he said. "It's gonna be fine," he said.
Am I
"I don't
mistaken?
care that your RV can't drive through the woods. I don't care."
His eyes are just shut, and his fingers are digging into the armchair.
The closest
He
to
doesn't
fear.
he doesn't even look at Darcy. All he says is, "God damn it, Catherine! I told you we're going after your brother."
Ooh.
But he opens his eyes real quick, and he goes, "I'm sorry, Darcy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And he gets up, takes a deep breath. "I will go look at the tire." And he goes outside to go look at the tire.
No, Darcy feels bad.
Darcy feels bad now.
Okay, now here's the. I'll let you on a little secret. That was the daughter's name.
Yeah, I figured.
Well,
Now, I do want to know, is, like, we as the players know that you lost your wife and kids, but do us as characters know that? Like, does Darcy know that that
told you
was your
guys.
daughter's name?
He
Okay.
hasn't told you guys a thing. So all you just know right now is he just muttered. All he said was Catherine and your brother.
So it's okay. I feel bad, and I also feel very confused. That too.
That is fair.
I will say you people make this incredibly difficult for me to try and go off by myself to check out something dangerous.
Yeah. So
I feel as if we're constantly thwarting each other's plans.
that's what a team does. That's what a team does.
It's like that's my move, and then people keep following me anyway. So it's like,
We'll cut the
I'm
scene
sorry.
from the RV, and suddenly we're in the pickup truck, and you're nearing. If you're not a great map reader, Hawk, I mean, this is not, land navigation was not one of your fortes, but you think you're close-ish at a point, and there looks like there's a crop of trees out there, but who can say if you're in the right place? You'll have to investigate if you want to find out. What do you do?
I have to investigate the mystery.
Okay. How are you going to do that? What are you doing? What are you and Duma doing?
Well, I mean, if it's a clump of trees,
You're cutting out there. What's going on?
I mean, if I think it's the right clump of trees, no.
Yep. I mean, it's potentially. I can't. Again, who can say at this point? So are you getting out?
Well,
What are you doing?
if, it, if I think it is, I'm going to go. Come up to the outside of the trees and then get out and try and go through on foot.
Okay. Duma, what are you doing?
She'll get out and kind of follow behind and start investigating the place and trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, you guys kind of go through the kind of grouping of trees, and you do find yourself indeed in what looks like a clearing. Inside that clearing, there is this structure. This structure, it's about 4 feet tall in the center of it. It's made of sticks, like kind of woven together. As you kind of get over to it, you can see kind of like the area that it's settled in is dug out. Like there's like a small crater or something. And in that, you actually can see inside of the what apparently is some kind of den. I wonder what for what animal. But anyway, you can see inside because there are some glowing runes inside. In fact, it's a circle and some other characters. Can't quite make it out from here, but it does glow.
Okay. I'll look over to Duma and say, all right, you wait here, check this out.
You wait here.
And just quick pat on, and I'll start creeping forward.
Okay.
I'll have my handgun ready.
Your what?
I don't know how Duma's handgun's at the ready.
Gotcha.
You said you were here. Now you're going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go in. I'm saying, Duma, you wait here. I'll go check it out, and I'll start, carefully walking forward, gun at the ready.
Excellent.
All right.
So now, so as a mundane, let's see, does this trigger one of your things? Putting yourself in, I'll check it out. Whenever you go off by yourself to check somewhere out, scary, mark experience. So that's your don't worry, I'll check it out move.
That's the plan.
So, yep, so mark one. So, and again, be sure to remind me of this if I don't pick up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, so why don't you actually investigate a mystery, since you are doing what we need to do to investigate a mystery.
All right. Oh, that didn't work well.
A 5. Wow. So yeah, you kind of get in there. You really can't if you're gonna do this, you gotta get inside that den. There's just so much. So you kind of crawl inside. You're looking around. It smells horrible in here, by the way. It smells sulfurous and like as if there was 10 years of dog poop saved up and fermented special and then just slopped on the walls of this den here. That's what that smells like. So any normal person is holding back vomit at this point. So as you're doing that, the outside, Duma, why don't you act under pressure for me?
All right.
Hopefully we can get one success today.
Eh,
Under pressure. That's cool.
oh my god.
Oh, okay.
You got your wish. So 13. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, on a 10 plus, you do what you set out to do. So basically, this was you were being leapt at, and basically the creature made some noise. You're able to suddenly hear it and shift your weight, and over your shoulder flies what can only be the beast of Bray Road. It's basically leaps. If it actually had connected, it might have taken your arm off as it went on by from the shoulder. It lands right beside the den, so not in front of it, not in front of where, not quite in front of it, but to the side, and turns back around to face Dumas. And this thing is just what you think it would be. It's like this thing that's like three times the size of a wolf. Its front legs almost seem like a little longer than the rear, as if it was meant to reach out and touch you. Its head is just huge. Like if you've ever seen like a Rottweiler or whatever, the head is abnormally large, and it doesn't take anyone who's an expert in dogs or wolves to know that there are so many muscles in here. This must have the ability to grip as hard as a crocodile from the Nile. So yeah, it is growling at you, and it's upset. It doesn't miss. What do you do? Actually, you know what? Let's cut. Let's keep the suspense going, and cut over to Darcy and Charles. What are you guys doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all. Not much.
Do you
I
want
think
do you want
Charles
me to
is.
go first?
I don't know. I think Charles is getting a bad feeling, but he wants to try to fix the tire so we can keep going. Do we have a spare?
I mean,
Darcy, do we
of
have a
course we
spare
have a spare.
tire?
But Darcy is coming out of the RV and is kind of like she has a cup of coffee that she's gonna hand it to Charles, and she kind of shrugs and says, "You know what? Let's worry about that later. Why don't we continue on foot?"
Coffee. Drinks it. He's gonna tussle Darcy's head and goes, "Ah, little bug, you always knew what to do. Let's go. Let's go find him now. Let's go find him."
That's so cute.
And he's gonna agree that yes, you should. He's got like a iron focus. He wants to go on foot now.
He's now looking
Fenrir!
like an elderly speedwalker, streaking down that road. Boom! Zzz, zipping on by like a little white lightning.
He pulled a sweatband out of his back pocket.
Is Fenrir coming?
Oh yeah, he's called from Fenrir. Come on, buddy. Johnson needs us.
Yeah, Darcy and I imagine Fenrir probably doesn't match Charles's pace exactly. Um, so Darcy and Fenrir are kind of taking up the rear. I'm gonna say Darcy took a second to grab her gear before suggesting they went on foot.
It's wise.
Um, yeah. But yeah, so we're following behind.
All right. So just for kicks, let's cut back. What's Dumas doing at the other scene? What's Hawk doing at the other scene?
Dumas just leans out of the way, looks at the creature, and she kind of tilts her head. Corrupted creature, allow me to ease your pain. And then she just makes a fist, and it, like the light from the sun, kind of glints off the gold in her gloves,
Uh-huh.
and she just punches it
All right.
as hard as she can. And you try to get it to move out of the way, I guess, and like run off so they can investigate this thing.
So what are you at? What's your goal here? Are you trying to hurt it? You trying to get it out of there? What's your thing? What are you trying to do here?
Right now, she's trying to get it away so they can investigate the portal
Gotcha.
to make it back off.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So I want you to go ahead and kick some ass. That's roll plus tough.
This is our first kick some ass roll, guys.
Yeah, second session. Wow, you guys are holding it in. Good job. Nice. All right.
All
All
right. There's
right.
that 10.
10. Jesus.
Oh, bringing it back.
All right, so let's take a look at. This is our first kick ass. Let's take a look at it. All right, so when you get in a fight and kick some ass, so plus on a 10 plus is what you got, or actually on a 7 plus. So 7, 10 is greater than 7, so this all counts. So you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. Amount of harm is based on the established dangers in the game. Usually means you inflict the harm rating of your weapon, and your enemy inflicts their harm rating on you. So that happens, and plus 10, you get to choose one effect Dumas.
Yeah. Let's see. Force them. Like, describe the area. Is there any, like, where could I force them to go?
You can. I'll say if you choose, you force them to where you want them, that it'll retreat. I'll call that. It'll basically force it out of the copse of trees or the clearing or whatever. So if you choose that, that'll happen.
Well, it's like your attack drives the enemy away and a route is on the advanced 12. So, I mean,
Well, that's the 12. That's your skill that uses an advanced. But again, I'm for purposes of this, I'm willing to say you force them where you want them, and that'll do that for now.
okay.
So do you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. So what do you inflict for your special angelic weapon?
3 harm.
Okay.
And I have smite, so it counts as being its weakness.
Gotcha. All right. All right, cool. So yeah, so you hit it with it basically there's as you kind of described before, there's this visible shockwave like Thor's hammer hitting it that kind of visually comes off of it, and poosh, thing gets spanked in the face, and at the same time as it's going away, it basically runs its claws around your arm, and you are hurt. You actually feel this searing pain. It's due to its nature. It's you can actually feel it piercing through your special armor, your angelic armor. So you'll take 3 harm as
Ouch.
it kind of rakes along there. And once it hits the ground, it kind of shakes its head real vigorously, realizes, this is not that moment, and with the growl takes off outside of the area.
Was that
3 harm.
3 before my armor?
I'm saying it bypasses your armor.
Okay, there's 3 in total.
It does 3 in total, yes.
Okay, so I take 2.
No, you'll take 3 because it bypasses your armor.
Oh. How does it bypass my armor?
I don't know.
Whatever
I
the
don't.
attack was had the tag ignore armor if you
Or
want the mechanical reason.
yes, or
Oh,
magical,
okay.
or like hellish or something like that. So that's the reason it's going to ignore this specific armor.
I mean, it
Oh.
is magical. It is divine.
Okay, so
Okay.
3 harm. So actually, let's since we this is the first time we're doing harm of any kind. Let's quick look at the harm moves here. So let's see here. Yeah, so
It's a pretty
okay.
gnarly attack.
It is a pretty gnarly attack. So it's not a serious and unstable wound at this point. It is a 3 is borderline on that though. So there's that. And let's see here. Give me just a second. I'm looking for my thing. Here we go. I'm going to say that we'll call it, so that basically on my side, on the keeper side, there's a thing called harm moves. Anytime you take harm of any kind, I get to potentially put something else on top of it. In this case, I'll say you actually do, you feel that intense pain as you're reaction to it. There's this, again, it's just you haven't actually been hurt like this to recent memory, so this is new. So does Dumas bleed, out of curiosity?
I imagine she does. She's in a mortal body.
Okay, all right, so there's definitely blood coming. So I'll say Darcy and Charles, you hear a thunderclap. It's not raining, but there's absolutely a thunderclap. Have they ever heard your weapon being used, Dumas?
Uh, Probably, unless this is the first time she's been there with them fighting some.
Okay, well, it's you tell me. I'm asking you.
We'll keep the mystery and say they don't. I don't know.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so you hear a loud thunderclap, though there's not a cloud in the sky, no rain, no nothing. You hear what is unmistakably some kind of canine feral, yelp. And then suddenly it has to be like maybe 30 feet to your left through the underbrush. Something's tearing through it. You can't even see it, and it's already gone. What do you all do?
You know what I'm thinking, Charles?
What's your idea, Darcy? Please don't
Let's
tell
go
me you want to
after it.
Dumas definitely like clutching her arm and try to like.
See, please, I think we need to get the others first. Let's not go after it.
Oh my God.
Are you sure you don't
Please.
want to blow it up?
He's looking at you, but your face is looking kind of fuzzy to him at the moment. He just keeps hearing
Hawk,
Johnson in the back of his head. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little bug. I know you're excited to see this, but we gotta go. We gotta go to your brother. And he's gonna keep going on towards Hawk and Dumas.
But Hawk is a girl. Darcy's gonna then pick up her pace to catch up to Charles.
All right. All right. What are Hawk and Dumas doing back in the clearing?
How does
so
it,
Hawk is. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask how you react to everything.
Sorry, I couldn't understand you there.
Oh,
She-
I was just asking how Hawk reacts to everything.
Well, I'm aware of the fact that Hellhound jumped out and bit Dumas, right?
No, it
I can see them bleeding.
it leapt past Dumas. You may have caught the tail end of that, and then Dumas leapt at it, and it leapt at her, and Dumas punched her. There was that visual shockwave, the sound. It probably actually hurt your ears, like not badly, to sense it. And then the thing actually tore into her shoulder, her arm, as it kind of went past, and then fled into the woods.
Yeah, so I can see it. Dumas injured, so I'm immediately going to run over. It's like, are you okay? Holy shit, you're bleeding.
I am.
And wait here. I'll be back in a second. And it'll be a short run back to the truck, and there's a first aid kit in the back of the truck.
Okay, this is about the
Like,
time.
we're hunters. There's first aid kit.
Yeah, this is about the time that
pretty much
Darcy
everywhere.
Darcy and Charles at this point see the end of the truck come into sight, the back end, and about that time, as they kind of come in closer, they see Hawk going into the truck and doing something. What do you do?
Yeah. Dumas just like holding her arm to try to keep the blood in.
All we see is Hawk going in the truck, or can we see Dumas bleeding as well?
No, Dumas still in the clearing right now, so you're
Okay.
you're outside that clearing.
Definitely all I can see is Hawk, though. All right, Charles' eyes looks like it's gonna bug out, and he takes off towards Hawk.
Oh no! I see a stern talking to coming in their feature.
He's like literally gritting his teeth right now at the moment.
Whoa! And Darcy tries to keep up.
Fenrir is kind of like yipping behind you, kind of like, "Hey, wait for me," but cuter.
And this is the only thing that's going to come out of Charles's mouth right when he gets close to that truck. Son, Wolfhammer.
I did not catch that. Don't do it. Don't talk right into the mic. That distorts it.
My bad.
Sorry.
My bad. But no, he just goes, Johnson Wolfhammer. Why did you leave us? Please. Your sister. You left me and your sister, and now look at this. And then he just opens his eyes and he's just, oh shit.
I'm
Are you
going
okay?
to. I'm going to very purposely grab the first aid kit, look Charles straight in the eyes, say nothing, and leave.
What's Darcy up to?
Uh,
At a trot.
Darcy, she catches up to Charles, and she sees Hawk leaving with the first aid kit, and I feel like this may not normally be how Darcy behaves, but she kind of like shoots Hawk like a dirty look for a second, because Charles obviously seems like visibly upset, and um but Darcy
Playing
is
with
gonna
his finger.
Darcy is gonna kind of like tentatively touch his shoulder, be like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need anything, hon?"
Oop, you didn't get cut in yet.
Where am I?
Oh Jesus.
Um, uh, Darcy's not any kind of professional, so she's very confused by this. We're in Elkhorn, Michigan, I think. Um, we're hunting down like some hell puppy. I don't know. You're with me, Darcy. You know, the car thief that you like to hang out with for some reason. You're Charles. You like to blow shit up.
Oh, I'm not in Canada. Darcy, yes. Oh, let me. Where's Hawk?
Uh,
What's going on? Where are we?
she ran that way with the first aid kit. And when Darcy says that, she kind of like is like, "Oh,
Oh.
I should be going that way."
Oh crap. All right.
And then like kind of jogs away to follow Hawk and see what she take it for.
Okay.
Charles is just gonna slowly follow behind you. He's just rubbing his head. He's trying to figure out what the hell just happened the last little bit of time.
Cool. So, if this was the TV series of Down the Road, the camera would be kind of like right on Hawk's shoulder as has like first aid kit in hand and is running back into that clearing, kind of like foliage going past her face, and she really doesn't pay it any mind, and gets back in there, and Dumas now holding her shoulder and bleeding
Yeah.
decently profusely, but
Yeah, she's
arm still
probably
there.
sitting down on a fallen log or something.
That's a good position. When I get their first aid kit, I'm just basically going to make beeline straight for you, sit down, like kneel down next to you, open the kit, and just immediately start cleaning things up, cleaning the wound, bandaging, general first aid.
Yeah,
Okay.
she'll kind of pull her arm out of the sleeve of her jacket and kind of pull it down a bit. And I thank you for your assistance. I managed to drive it away before it could hurt you.
Less talking, less bleeding.
Yep. By this time, the other two,
Just like
Charles and Darcy, reached the clearing.
Darcy immediately says, "Oh, it smells like shit in here."
keep it down. I'm busy. just like
That's the face you
cleaning
make.
things out with sterile pads, and ooh, that doesn't look good, and whatever needs doing. And I
Okay.
realize that the fandom of the show is probably written about 14 different hurt comfort fix by now.
Yeah, probably. All right. So, Dumas, also, you've been given first aid. So take off 1 harm.
All right.
Cool. All right, you're now all together. Those of you who didn't get here now see you're in the clearing, and it looks like it's pretty well drawn on the map if you were to take a look at it. You do see the den in the center that's made of like rough-hewn sticks, kind of welded together by maybe poop or something, or just disgustingly rancid mud. And it's kind of in a little crater type thing, so it's like dug out into the ground. So the den has actually more room in it than it looks like from the outside. And inside you see a bunch of symbols and pulsing runes, a circle amongst them, a lot that kind of around the inner circumference of the den.
All right, Darcy, get over here. All right, hold this here on Dumas. Make sure nothing's happening. Just keep an eye on them. Charles, you're a guard. Keep an eye out. Make sure whatever did this does not come back. I'm going to have a closer look at this.
All right.
Darcy does podcast, but she kind of like grumbles to herself about it 'cause she doesn't like being told what to do.
Yeah, the boss of
She is
me.
she is a criminal after all.
Not
If
interested in
you
those
if
authority
you
figures.
want, I mean, if relevant, I could definitely use manipulate somebody on you.
I mean, she's gonna do it. She's not happy about it. It was one of those things like she was probably planning on doing it anyways, but like because you told her to, she's like, oh.
Nice.
Charles is gonna pull out his shotgun and just gives you a little nod.
Excellent.
So yeah, if you have given them a reason, you can tell somebody what to do and roll plus charm. And there are actually effects for using that on another hunter. So
Yep.
I guess technically I did trigger the move.
Well, you did
Yeah,
trigger.
but I did
Yeah, she
I
was
did what
doing
you
it.
wanted anyways, so you don't need to roll for or anything.
And
If I had
well, see, that's bad
resisted,
because it would have been.
if I had resisted, you could have rolled it and then given me incentives to either do or not do what you wanted me to.
Yeah, as on a success for manipulating another with another hunter is they get experience if they do what you tell them to.
Right.
So okay.
Not to worry. So yeah. So what is Hawk doing exactly?
Hawk's gonna return to the stinky dugout and continue trying to look around to figure out what's going on here.
Okay. All right. Why don't you investigate a mystery again? Give you another try.
Investigate a mystery. Okay. How badly do I do this time?
Ooh, a 10.
Well,
Stop, Hawk.
I get 2 questions.
Yep. Oh yeah. Hold two. On a 10 plus 10, hold 2. Hold piece fantastic. Keep her one of the following questions. Yep. What are your questions?
Okay. What is being concealed here?
Let's see. What is being concealed here? I will say that's an interesting question from the keeper point of view. There may be things concealed there that have nothing to do with what you're into, but in this case, I'll say that what's being concealed here are bones of humans. It looks like it may have gotten more there as you kind of like dig through, like, you actually have to kind of get in on that. And as you kind of dig through and run your hand along the walls of the thing, you do see that's definitely a molar. That's definitely not the jawbone of a a horse or a cow or anything, and that kind of thing. So there's kills that are making up this den basically of people.
Uh, flashbacks to both grade 10 biology class and reruns of. So it's just overall just appears to be kind of a den for the Hellhound.
Yes.
There's no clear, obvious signs of this Hellgate here.
Yep. No, as I've been saying, there are
In
actually
the map,
glowing symbols inside that den, which you could see from the outside even before. Like a circle that kind of runs the entire inner circumference of the den that's glowing, and then some runes and other things that are glowing on the inside. So that's obvious. So that's not one of your questions.
Yeah, I probably don't recognize the runes, but I probably know they're associated with this Hellgate or whatever. Taking suggestions from the peanut gallery as to what the other question should be.
Let's see.
Let's see. Would you like a suggestion from the keeper?
You are technically the peanut gallery.
Yeah. No, I'll let the others put forth their ideas.
If you ask what can it do, maybe you'll get more information on like how to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
You could also
Definitely
do what can
possibility.
hurt it for that too.
Oh,
Although
what can
we
hurt?
already kind of established what hurts it is closing the hellmouth to cut off its regeneration.
Well, you could ask what can hurt the Hellgate.
Mm. And we supposedly have this ritual for shutting down the Hellgate. Huh.
All right. You have 10 seconds to pick out your second hold before it's obliterated.
Where did it go?
5, 4, 3.
All right. What was your suggestion, Scott?
I'll leave it to the rest of the gallery. Just ask one. You have the ability to ask. So maybe a couple of these are more applicable. Go for it. I just don't want to drag on too much here. Just thinking about it.
Sure. What else can hurt it?
Okay. So let's see.
What can hurt it?
What can hurt it? So the as you kind of look around at you're literally inside the den as you're doing this. So as you are kind of getting the lay of the land, you're seeing all those marks, those glowing marks, the circle, and you actually have looked at that spell book or that Brujo book. And this is looking very familiar. So one of the things that's in the, but again with the game mechanics called Big Magic, is that will actually make this an easier Big Magic is to obscure like 2 of those runes. There was like in the book there were crosses over 2 of the runes, so that may help you in this case. That may, in mechanically speaking, I'll allow that to since you successfully got an investigate mystery thing, put 2 and 2 together. It'll take one of the ingredients, one of the things I was going to require for Big Magic should you end up doing it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, definitely, if I can do anything to the runes, I definitely do something to the runes. So I guess scratch them out.
Or do you want to do all? I mean, this is magic, so keep that in mind. Okay. So what is everybody else doing? Go ahead, Hawk. What are you saying?
Oh, now I'm like, now the question is, how stupid am I?
Hawk's
cover 2 runes
pretty
or
quick.
all of them?
What's that?
I'll work on the 2 runes then. That's what the book said.
Okay. What's everybody
If
else
we
doing?
need more, that's
Oops, sorry. Yep. So as Hawk kind of probably comes out of the hovel, what's everybody else up to? What are you guys doing? What are you talking about? What are you doing?
I was just trying to see if he can figure out which direction the big dog went to.
Well, you can see the direction directly. It's actually, there's enough ripped foliage that even a bad tracker can see, at least when it took off. It was scared, it was hurt or something, and it did not attempt to cover its tracks at all or make a graceful exit.
So I was just gonna be looking at the leaves covered in the dog's blood. What did you guys do to it?
I've been telling you, Charles, Dumas here's a badass.
I think we can safely assume that it is active during the day.
Understatement, queen of the century. All right.
so it seems. How much of this nasty hovel stink have I picked up?
It's you'll probably want to take the shower at your first convenience, but and you probably won't make everyone next to your wretch, but I wouldn't sit next to her for too long.
All right.
I'm going to need you to stand all the way over there, please. Just stay over there. Just over there.
I think we
Please.
should collect the ingredients necessary to perform the ritual now.
And what are those, Dumas?
What are they?
From let's see. So here's where we get into another portion of the show here that I just kind of want to bring up. So we are now in. This is considered big magic. So big magic is magic beyond what the use magic move can do. So if it's not one of these things, it's still magic. It's considered big magic. So big magic requires things. I'll just read this off real quick. So use this when you want to make more than you want more than just use magic effects. Tell the keeper what you want to do. In this case, this is a ritual. So the keeper may require things. You need to spend a lot of time researching the magic ritual. Doesn't really fit here. You need to experiment with the spell. There'll be lots of failures before you get it right. It's actually written out in the book, so that doesn't really sit right. You need to find some rare and weird ingredients and supplies. So that's something. So we'll come back to that. Put a pin in the supplies. The spell will take a long time to cast. That seems potentially. Now I can use one or more of these as I like. You need a lot of people, 2, 3, 7, etc. The spell needs to be cast at a particular place and or time, and you're pretty much there. You need to actually use magic, the actual move, as part of this. And it will have a specific side effect or danger. If you meet the requirements, the magic takes effect. So the cool thing is this is not a roll. Assuming that you're able to gather or do all the things I require of you, it happens. There is no if, there is no, random number generator involved. This is, if you get all these things and put them together and do them, it happens. The thing happens. So for this, it will take. So here's one of the things that's noted in the book. Because Vargas was doing this on his own, he could only temporarily close it. But he does. You'll note that he makes notes that if he only had more people in his group, it could be a permanent thing. So I will say this ritual takes 3 people if you want to close it forever. Or not, or if less than that, again, if these things aren't together, you don't get, the effect doesn't happen. But so it takes 3 people. It takes some time. It's going to take 1 hour of ritualing for 3 people, and you need some supplies. There's like things. It's things that are gatherable around here generally, like the skull of a cow. Geez, you can go to collectible shop and get that. A souvenir shop at the Elkhorn Cafe probably has one, for crying out loud. There are some bits of leather. You have to kind of wrap things to the skull. Some bird feathers, very simple stuff to get. Oh, and I did mention that dram of canine blood. And doing the ritual with those things for an hour will close the Hellgate forever.
Yes, so how does the you said that we could nix out an ingredient for damaging the runes. How does that affect it?
Oh, that's where actually Hawk will get to choose. I'll let you choose which ingredient we can get rid of.
Well, as you said, all of those are pretty easy to get except for the canine blood. Really, 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 don't want to upset Charles. And also, I really, really don't want to hurt a dog. Hellhound, yes. Dog, no. So I'm thinking we might want to leave that one out.
Okay. All right. So that,
especially if it seems like everything else is pretty straightforward to get.
Yeah. So there is a kind of a note that Dumas remembers from the thing where, you'll need all these ingredients. Oh, but there are if you can't gather one of them, there are these runes that are inside. If you scratch out these two in particular. Oh, okay. So, all right. So now you have your list of requirements. So what do you do?
This is public knowledge to us now, right?
This is now all public knowledge to you.
Yes.
Okay.
I will assume Dumas has passed on everything I've said. There's no reason for her to not.
Like maybe we had a little discussion.
Powwow, a magic powwow, Is that politically correct? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. A conversation.
As we make our way... Oh, go ahead.
I wonder if we could get... Now I know Joseph Vargas isn't into the whole, Brujo thing like his dad was, but maybe he would help us out if we need 3 people. Because I know there's 4 of us, but what if the Hellhound tries to attack us? It would be better to have 2 people defending than 1.
Ooh.
Charles is just taping up his hands. I don't mind either way. Either way, I'm going to be killing something tonight.
I will likely need to lead the ritual, so having extra people defending the site would be good.
And also, full disclosure, I don't know about all this magic stuff, guys. I it's cool. I can do it and everything, but
We'll be participating in the ritual, young lady. You are not fighting that wolf with me.
Okay, Dad.
You just made him happy.
If we can get somebody else to do the ritual, then it'll be me and Charles.
Why you?
On Overwatch. Why me? I actually know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. One of us has been shot at by police officers before, I'll remind you.
Duma looks over to Hawk. I think you should join me in the ritual.
Ooh.
Again, this is all assuming that Vargas over there is actually going to help us. So I might have to suck it up and do it anyways, Hawk.
All right. Sounds like at least some part of a plan has been formulated. Hawk has not formally agreed to anything, of course. So, what is everybody doing? What do you want to do? This will be like a preparation montage scene in the show. It's a montage.
I think we need to at least get back to the RV and make sure it's running again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, about that.
Hey, about that.
Yeah.
We did not fix the tire, so it's still just sitting there.
Now, is it like a flat tire or
We
axle, or is it just like something kind of out of whack that we can put back into whack and then we'll be good? Do we need a tow truck? Do we need a mobile car repair?
I realized this would have been a very good
Whatever.
question to ask Scott earlier, but truthfully, I don't
Whatever.
know.
Let's go back. Let's
You
go back. Let's go
antagonize
back. I'll take a
Charles
look.
into going.
I'll say that 2 of you working on it will be able to fix it within several hours.
Okay. So
Yeah.
me and Charles, 2 of
I'm
you,
gonna
or are you
hop in
talking?
the
Any
back
you
of
you
the
it
pickup
would,
truck.
it would be Darcy and someone else of her choosing.
Okay. It depends on what everybody else wants to do in terms of ritual prep that we're apparently doing.
Well, Dumas can likely gather the ingredients.
Ooh, just zip around from place to place.
Efficient. You can teleport.
Yeah, and I also have the what I need when I need it. You may
Ooh,
store any small object you own, putting into a magical space nobody can get to. You may retrieve anything you store at any time, and it appears in your hand.
gotcha. So you haven't established putting anything into it yet, though.
Yeah, but I need to get the stuff.
Sure. This is
Oh, Cassie's saying that she can store it easily
Oh, sure.
for when she needs to bring it back.
Cassie has hammer space.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right,
AKA
so
Ramona Flowers purse. My first part of ritual prep is going to be a thorough shower and a change of clothes.
you got to feel your best when you're doing a ritual. Oh, hey,
to,
Rexy's
to
coming
get
to
back to
visit.
the RV, I'm definitely going to be riding in the back of the pickup truck because nobody wants me in the front with them.
Yeah. I assume that the shower part of the RV still works. And
Yes, it does. If that is quite accessible and usable.
it's just the, driving, the vehicle part of the vehicle.
Charles doesn't have that much to do for prep. He just had to go grab his weapons. He's got them. As long as he's got his weapons ready, he'll go help Darcy with the tire.
You
Right.
probably
So-
should anyway.
So yeah, yeah, he should. But yeah, Charles and Darcy are gonna work on the tire.
Okay. So Hawk
And
is able to definitely take a shower.
And I found
And if it's cool with you, Brian, I kind of like the idea of like Charles maybe trying to do the dad thing of like, oh, I know how to work on a car, but like Darcy has worked on cars her whole life pretty much. And
Yes,
And
I
it's
was
like-
actually going to ask to do that.
oh, I'm not gonna hold the flashlight.
No, I'm not going to hold
I'm
the
putting-
flashlight.
They'll be like, this here part's called the engine. It's like, yes, Charles.
But the whole time he's just going to keep calling you little bug. All right, little bug. This is what we do now. We need to take this tire off. What do we do next?
I also love the idea of like Charles maybe giving her like completely wrong instructions. And she's like, okay, Charles, and then just like does the right thing instead.
You're just like your mother. You always do the opposite of what I say.
You didn't know my mother, but all right.
so the first part of this montage looks like Dumas zipping from place to place. Like the camera actually shows like the swipe of one place to another.
And
Who is that talking? Okay, but yeah, swiping one way to another. Like the one scene is there, it swipes to the next, and you're in another place. You're in a town that's definitely in like a desert somewhere. You do another, and you're standing in front of like the the Washington Monument or something like that. It swipes again, and each place you're kind of gathering a little something. A feather, that horse head from the desert. They're the cow skull from the desert, etc. And then we go to like Hawk. And Hawk is furiously soaping down and kind of doing the thing, getting showered. Because that's Hawk's first part of the montage, and it's tastefully done above the shoulders. And then we go, and we see the tire being fixed, and the two individuals arguing over it. Charles, doing a lot of pointing and stuff, and Darcy kind of deftly manipulating tools, etc., etc. And that's the first part of the montage. Where are we taking the second part? Hawk is. What are you doing? What you doing, Hawk? Oop, I cannot hear you.
You're still muted.
Still muted. Still. You got this, buddy. Still muted.
Just hit the unmute button. It's right there.
Oh no. You can do it, my good friend. Boop.
Uno momento, por favor. Ching dang yi sha.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
Okay, for whatever reason, every time I tried clicking unmute, it would not unmute.
You're fine. You're fine.
Finally.
All right. So
Technical difficulties with the unmute button not being responsive.
That's all right. We're all having issues. That's fine. So what's Hawk doing in this after the cleanliness part of the montage?
Probably actually intensely studying the ritual. Saying Dumas not here. They are outside working on the RV, and so I'm not really sure what else to do other than intensely study the ritual to figure out what's going on, what needs doing, and even though this seems like a bunch of hooey to me, apparently it works, and this is what we're doing. So, gonna make sure that we do it right.
Cool. So Hawk, as part of this, I'm going to say, since you are indeed looking through this is, Brujo's book. As part of the mechanics, you have, as we said, like the use magic, and part of that is when the character wants to use magic, you have to figure out how do you know how to do this use magic? You can't just walk off the street and enchant your weapon. So I'll say that because of this experience reading this book so intently, and not just the ritual but probably elsewhere, you can, like, one of those effects is very doable by you right now, or you get it. You can potentially use magic. So I'll let you think about what that might be. So kind of keep that in mind. Nothing to decide right now.
Oh yeah. Well, I already know what kind of use magic I was thinking of Hawk would try and use anyways, but now I actually really know one. Woohoo!
All right. Well, what do you find? Out of curiosity.
This will be amusing. So I'm thinking the general category do something beyond human limitations.
Gotcha. All right.
And I'm thinking something that slows down my perception of time. Really boost my agility and reflexes.
Interesting. Okay.
That could be a very fun thing to do.
Yeah, we can go with that.
On a skateboard.
On the skateboard. All right, yeah, we can go with that. So yeah, we'll come back to that when we actually end up using it. So that's cool. Yeah. So Darcy at this point in the montage, Darcy and Charles have it's mostly Darcy, but the thing's fixed. You can now put it safely in reverse and slowly, controlledly back it out of the horrible predicament you're in. So I'm assuming you do so.
Yeah.
Excellent. And go ahead.
want to say that maybe she needed Charles to like lug the tires around, probably just like the manpower part of it, you know.
Well, you'd play to your strengths. So in terms of replacing a tire, probably carrying their tire. Maybe Charles's, I don't know. We have yet to figure that out. But Darcy sure knows her stuff. Cool. So yeah, so what's next? So Dumas, you'll probably finish off at this time, just as the RV starts backing up. You want to catch up to the group?
Yes.
All right. So where do you appear, or by whom?
Probably behind Charles.
It's like he's in a constant state of jump scare.
I just walk up to him and put my hand on his shoulder. Charles, we may need to discuss your anger issues soon.
Please, do not do that. This slowness just.
Probably skipped a couple beats, etc. All right. So
Charles
the gang
does not know chill.
Charles is not no chill. So the gang is back together. A good deal of the montage has been finished. So yeah, we're back in that RV, slowly out of the woodlands and into which it almost destroyed itself. And why don't we take our break there? We're almost halfway through, so let's take our 10. And when we come back, we'll figure out where you guys are going in that RV now. All right, see you in 10, peoples.
All right.
Okay, and we're back. Cool. So, yeah, so at this point, we are driving in the RV. Where are you guys going? Where to, peeps?
Oh, I guess we're probably going to take the truck back to the ritual, back to the hell portal to do the ritual.
I don't think you want to drive the RV again through that.
Yeah.
The truck.
Didn't
The
we,
truck.
didn't we want to talk to the son and see if he would help us out?
We can do
Yeah.
that.
It was a suggestion, but I mean,
To get
we
an
can
extra
try
hand.
it with just the three of us.
All right. What's the consensus? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
I will be the first one to admit I don't like him, but maybe it would be prevalent to have him with us, even though I don't like him.
Extra pair of hands is never a bad thing.
Exactly.
I don't like him either, but hands make for light work and all of that bullshit.
Come on. Would you be able to poof to him, try to convince him, and then poof him back with you?
Have you seen Dumas try and convince anybody of anything?
Charles, we are on his property. We can just walk over there.
I'll be back. And I for
I was very embarrassed.
Darcy's going with Hawk.
Darcy and Hawk.
how far away would it be? How far away would it be to the house? Should we just walk it, or would we take the truck?
I'll say, I mean, at the most, you're like half mile away from the house, homestead, at this point.
We're not exactly on a schedule either, so like.
Yep. That leaves Charles and
but
Dumas looking at each other back in the RV.
These are pairs that have yet to be alone together.
Yes.
Charles already feels like he's about to get lectured. He's like, oh, no.
All right. Charles,
Now,
get lectured. I want to hear this lecture.
Dumas, I know I've been a little manageable lately. I might have exasperated a few things as well. But I don't think that I'm really giving in to my, you could say, my hatred and my anger as much, could you?
You should not threaten civilians. If they're in this life, perhaps you can be more rough. But if they're not connected to our hunt, you should not threaten them, and you should not get in their way.
As usual, you are very wise, but I'm going to offer a rebuttal in this rare instance. I would actually like to ask you, but what if the one that's basically hindering your progress, what if they're refusing? By all right, you've tried everything. You've tried the diplomatic way. You might have even tried bribery, being like, hey, I'll give you some money if you tell me what I want to know. But no, they just refuse to listen. What do you do then, if not force?
Well, you consider yourself strong, Charles. Uh, you use your force to defend them from themselves.
Ooh, that's way too deep.
Oh no. Oh no. At this moment, with that statement, Charles just, his shoulders just drop. It always comes down to this, to that. The only problem is, I've never fixed my own selfishness, my own weakness. I've never fixed these things. That's the very reason why we have nothing now. That's the very reason why I chase shadows now. Why I hunt monsters now. What you have just presented to me, what you have just said to me, you've... He just picks up his chainsaw, puts it on his back, grabs his shotgun, puts it on his side. For one so wise, it's funny. You may know much more than me, but you still don't know what the true nature, what goes on in people's soul hearts, huh? You may know their souls, but you don't know their hearts. That's where you would need to learn, Dumas. And he leaves out the RV.
Awesome.
So Dumas is also Charles' therapist now, I suppose.
Delilah does a lot of work. I mean, she doesn't get paid for all the positions and all the hats she has. So yeah, we have to think about that. So we cut to Darcy and Hawk skipping down the road, kind of making their own trail towards the house. Once you know where like the road is on the map, where the hell gate is, it's easy to figure out which way you're going for the house. So yeah, you kind of go on your way, kind of like southish towards it, and yeah. So what are we talking about on the way? He asked both of them, who suddenly became shy.
I really do hope he is cooperative and goes along with this, but I'm really not feeling it. He kind of seemed to hate everything about his father. You think?
Well, I mean, it probably also didn't help that when we met him, we were all armed and, big guy tried to fight him. But I mean, we're One of us, anyways, is a charming young woman. Like,
Oh, damn.
Oh, well, yes, I know you are. That's why you're coming.
no, I said you. This is not my area of
Hey,
expertise.
all I know how to do is say, "Welcome to Taco Monarch. Would you like Mexi fries with that order?"
I would like Maxi fries.
I mean, I don't know. People seem to like you. I like you when you're not being annoying. And she kind of like gives Hawk one of those like
And what
nudges on the shoulder.
do you mean by that?
Oh, you do the whole like mother hen thing.
Hen,
Yeah, you're always like,
kind
oh,
of
don't run
or
into that burning
offended.
building. Don't go after the hellhounds. Why do you have a gun? Did you steal another car? Why are you taunting that police officer? Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing
Well,
about you.
I mean, but we always taunt police officers.
I mean, yeah, we used to. Lately, you've been all like, we gotta make sure everybody stays safe. Which, like, is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's fine. It's just, I just wonder, like, what, since we've been, fighting monsters together, you've just been a little different.
It feels like somebody needs to be level-headed and responsible, and that usually seems to fall on you and me. I mean, Dumas. Who the hell knows what's up with Dumas? She kind of comes and goes as she pleases, randomly appears in the fucking pickup truck next to me with no explanation. How is that even fucking possible? And just like, yeah, bored now, and disappears for a week and a half, and we're like, what the fuck? And it's like I'm not denying, it's good in a fight. She's definitely very helpful on these things, but not who I would look to for any sort of leadership outside of a bare knuckle brawl. Kind of like random and flaky, and I just don't trust her. Something weird about her. And then Charles' answer to everything is either a chainsaw or a shotgun. It's like, it's like, what kind of burger would you like? I'm starting up my chainsaw. Vroom, vroom. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Um,
Charles doesn't need a chill pill. He needs an entire fucking chill pill factory.
It's about that point that you break into like the clearing where the house is. The house is now in view.
all right.
And it's just,
As fun as it is to roast Charles and Dumas, we gotta go talk to this guy.
uh, if only little Cindy Turner was old enough to actually understand what to do. I have a feeling she'd be more reliable. But we also don't want to put her at risk. Alrighty, let's go.
And Darcy's
we'll
gonna
head
run
up.
up first and knock on the door.
Okay. You hear like movement inside, like you hear something, like, footstep, boom, something drops. God damn it! But scuffling around couple seconds later, the door opens and there's Joseph Vargas.
Hiya.
It's like
Evening, Mr. Vargas.
you're kidding me, right? I thought we already had our little talk.
Oh, things have gotten a little more complex, and can we come in and sit with you, talk it over for a few minutes?
It's like, I suppose. I mean, I don't want you here for too long, but all right, come on in. I was just having a beer. You want one?
Uh, I'll pass.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm not much for beer. I'm more of a whiskey girl myself.
He kind of gives you a little nod, like he doesn't believe a single word you're saying there. And yeah, he comes
Darcy
back
doesn't
in.
drink. She just says that because it makes her seem cool.
Yeah, pretty much what he assumed. So
Hawk doesn't really drink either, so.
Vargas, he sits down at a kind of like a, well, must have been a dining table right now. It's just kind of used to put stuff on right now. And he sits down and gestures to the chairs on the other side. He's like, like I said, make it quick. I got things to do. I got beer to drink, and you're not involved in that equation.
Make it quick. So it turns out the Beast of Bray Road is actually a real thing, causing real problems, and it's not exactly something that was covered in science class.
Oh, we're just jumping right in. I got it. Cool. Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh my god. Yeah, Vargas chugs the rest of his bottle of beer. He's like,
Like it either, but Ms. Fergus, how much did you know about what your father would get up to?
I don't know, he kind of had his own life here. I really didn't we weren't close, as I told you before. We weren't close. All I want to do is I wanted to sell this land and get off of it, and your beast or whatever is standing in the way. That's all I know.
Well, then, curious to ask your help in us dealing with the beast.
Okay, so it's real. Okay, so
Essentially,
it's like a rabid wolf.
You could say that.
essentially, and we need 3 people to basically, 3 people in order to successfully pull off the binding of this. We're hoping to enlist your assistance in doing this so that we'd be able to eliminate this from your property, and then everything would be free and clear for you to without any niggling concerns or.
Oop, you're cutting out there, or something. So he's like, so you want me to buy into this brujo crap that my dad bought into? It's not real. I'm not sure if do you know that thing about that Santa Claus character? A little shifty, right? Not real. Sorry to spoil it for you. And the Beast Bray Road's just some kind of sick wolf.
Yeah, we knew Santa Claus wasn't real. It's the Easter Bunny that's real. Duh.
He's like, I'm gonna get another beer.
Well, your father did have these brujo practices, and these were what kept the issue on the property contained. Unfortunately, without him now, we just need extra assistance in doing these things. But if once we're able to perform this once, it will be done forever. And rumors and legends of the Beast of Bray Road would go away. And quite frankly, those rumors are hurting the property value here. So getting rid of that would raise the selling price of this property by a lot.
All right, you've now
Yeah.
triggered. You've now successfully triggered the manipulate someone roll. So why don't you go ahead and roll plus charm? Let's see how we do. Ooh, a 10. We're doing okay these days.
That's a 10.
All right, so 10 plus, they'll do it for you for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it would take for them to do it. If there's no way they do it. So, as far as in his mind's eye, it's basically like, okay, the kid's talking some real stuff here. That if this maybe even the stupid little ritual, beating a drum in a circle or something or whatever Dad used to do will make it go away, then I'll do it. But you haven't made him a believer, and that's quite obvious from anybody looking at him. But he's like, whatever, what do I have to lose, right? What is it going to do tonight besides drink another beer? So he's like,
Yeah, you don't even believe in magic, just do what he's told.
So he's like, where are we going?
It's out back on the property in Copse of the Woods there. So, my friends gathered up. So, well, why don't you finish your beer, grab another one from the road, and then we'll head right over there. I got a ride sitting out front.
It's like,
Do we?
Yeah,
We
what-
walked.
yeah. So let's cut to Dumas and Charles again. So yeah, it's been a bit now. You're kind of giving them their time and everything. You're kind of sitting out at the RV. Is Dumas still on the inside and Charles still on the outside?
This guy is back. He's leaning up against the RV by the door. He's kind of gotten over being upset a little bit, so he's just, Dumas, we have to strategize. Can you come out, please?
Yeah, she'll come out. She'd probably, at this point, drinking a beer herself. She just
He's pulled out the brew.
she just drinks it just chucks it into a trash can as she comes out. Charles.
Dumas, so you're going to be leading this ritual, I believe, correct?
Yes.
All right. So,
Once all of you, were more than you are now. You have a spark of divinity within you. Never forget that.
we can speak about that at another time, Dumas. Let me just say, me and divinity, we have our issues and we know when we'll start speaking again. Now, what I just need to know, because I will not allow any harm to come to you three. I could care less about the boy. Personally, I would rather just throw his ass out and let the wolf get him, and then I use him for bait, and then I kill the wolf. But I highly doubt Hawk will let me do that. So, what is my best method? Should I try to just stand out in the open and challenge this beast to open combat? Should I try to ambush it, or I leave you what appears to be out in the open, but then when the beast comes, I ambush it and try to, I don't know, jump on its back and put my shotgun against its head and blow its brains out?
I think perhaps maybe we could try to trap it to hold it still until we finish the ritual. And then once we finish it, we could all be ready to destroy it together.
Okay, that's
For the record,
I
Hawk would
I
not let
like
you do
that.
that, but Jason approves.
Charles is going to be looking at the truck now. Oh, he's got a plan now. Now, I've been thinking about the trap. Are there any trees nearby? Like, we're in the woods still, right? Or is it just clear and there's no, like, trees or anything nearby?
Are you talking at the den?
Yes,
Yeah, there are
where the
trees.
ritual would take place.
Yeah, there are trees surrounding
Oh,
the clearing that is
perfect.
that the den is in.
Okay. Duma, this is my thinking. I'll be hiding in the truck, in the cab. And the minute that creature shows its face, I'm going to plow it into a tree. And that way, we can have it held until after the ritual is completed, and then we'll kill it.
That's not Charles's car.
believe
Everyone is just taking Darcy's truck and doing things with it.
I believe that would damage the truck.
What's the issue here? Well, I'm sure Darcy will forgive me.
Can that be the moment I come in? No.
Not quite, not quite.
Nope.
That'd be great.
Charles
Also-
is going to
Come in
go
and
to the
"Forgive
RV.
What?
Are the keys still in the truck? Or are they in the RV?
Yeah, I would say that Darcy left him
We
because, like, she left it running because you guys were still there.
She's talking about the
the
truck.
truck itself is
he's,
missing.
he's gonna get the keys to the truck. All right, Duma, I have a plan.
Truck is currently in use, so
Oh, you guys are still using the truck, yeah.
No, you guys walked. You guys did not take any truck.
Oh.
So the truck is still at the RV.
You're gonna go sit in the truck now, and when everyone comes, you tell them the plan. You're going to do the ritual. I'm going to plow that wolf into a tree.
This also is a place where Charles notices that Dumas is still has that wound, and he has that brew that's all but sitting
Wait a
there useless.
Charles is gonna pull out his flask real quick, walk over to Dumas, and he's gonna reach into his pocket and pull out an old little burlap sack. Dumas, when I was in Canada, I knew some shaman, and they told me that they taught me about a potion that could help with wounds or if you're hurt with anything. Now I'd like to take it up a notch and mix it with me brew. He's gonna put some weird herbs and stuff inside of his flask and start shaking it.
All right.
Now please, won't you have some?
Go ahead and use magic. Roll plus weird, Charles. Oh my goodness. All right. So
experience.
yeah, mark an experience thing. So yeah, you does Dumont drink it, I'm assuming?
Well, she's probably gonna smell it first.
It smells of magic. Something's going on in there.
Sure, she'll try it.
Gotcha. All right, so so she drinks it back, and it's actually rather good. I mean, as the body that Dumas is inhabiting is used to the strong stuff, and this is really nice. This goes down nice and easy, and it's just as like she kicks it back that she's finds that she's like walking with what do you call it, Hawk, Darcy, and Joseph coming back. Suddenly she's not there.
Charles made her disappear.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Charles is standing there. She was there, she drank your brew, and now she's gone.
Dang it. It always happens when I use Everclear with the brew. Maybe next time I'll try moonshine.
All right. So it's just about another 10 minutes you're walking. I suppose it cut the scene to Darcy and Hawk and Joseph. But yeah, suddenly Dumas is with you.
Sup, Dumas? Didn't hear you walk up.
Didn't hear you walk up. The running campaign joke.
I
Two
do not-
questions.
I do
Where
not
where
think-
did you come from, and who's babysitting Charles?
I do not think we should allow Charles to mix his own drinks anymore.
Jason, or
Charles
not
doesn't
Jason.
need to be babysat. He's an adult.
Yeah, Joseph is startled by the arrival of Dumas, but as any normal person would, coming from out of his field of vision, because she always even in this case she approaches from the rear when she blips in. He has to chalks it up to she was quiet when she came upon us type of thing. Fenrir is barking up a storm.
She just wipes her mouth and be like, "Yes, we should probably go back and make sure he's okay."
But yeah, Dumas, look, we got the guy.
We got the
That's how
guy.
she
Hello,
does
the
that.
guy.
Joseph shakes his head, drops the bottle of his road beer, if you will, and yeah.
I'll just kind of look a bit at Dumas and say to Witcher, he has a name.
So Hawk says it to Dumas, but not Darcy.
Yeah. So you guys are making your way. It's going to take about, you'd say, another 5 minutes, I suppose, before you get there at this pace. Charles, you kind of look down at Fenrir. Fenrir looks up at you. Fenrir's, and then Fenrir does this thing where is Fenrir he or is she?
He.
Fenrir is he. So I like to give him his privacy. We haven't checked. So he does this thing where he steps in front of you and assumes that guard dog stance and starts yelping. And as you see, suddenly you see like the maw of the beast peek out from the shrubbery that's in front of you there, about 20 feet away or so, and it's growling. Its jaws are kind of motioning open and close as if to kind of get ready, stretch those muscles for that bite. Saliva is just dribbling from its mane.
How far away am I from the truck?
You're right at the truck.
Okay. First thing Charles does, he looks at the beast. Hi. There you are. Are you here to play?
It starts.
He picks up
coming closer.
Fenrir, puts him in the truck, and without when you're just looking like at a wild animal, and you open the door and you're just keeping the eyes locked with it. He gets into the truck bed.
Well, hold on. Go ahead and roll act under pressure.
Oh, act under pressure. My bad. That will be.
That is plus cool. Roll plus cool.
Ooh, wunderbar.
Seven.
Not
All
that
right.
bad.
Okay, so 7-9 Keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So I will say either so you can do what you want to do. You can get in that truck and be safe for the moment. Or but in order to do that, you have to basically Fenrir is going to jump out before you can close the door. So Fenrir will be out there with the beast of Bray. So that's a hard choice. So yes, you can be safe at the cost of Fenrir being in danger, or you can forego that and do whatever the beast gets to do what it wants to do to you, basically.
That's family. Charles is not. He's staying out there. He's letting Fenrir stay in the truck.
Yeah, it's one of those scenes like if this was like a movie, you would see as the beast kind of leapt, and the next thing you see is like a close up of Charles's face, and his hands pressed to that door of that truck as he basically closes it shut with Fenrir inside, and blood suddenly splatters on the window in front of him, and it's like, again, you don't actually see the act, but you know exactly what just happened, and it's like there's probably this look of subtle satisfaction on his face, like I did the right thing type of thing. And you go ahead and you'll take 3 harm. And with this, you will hear the howl of the beast. The other 3 of you plus Jason, or not Jason. I'm sorry, Joseph. And if you pick up your pace, you can be there
And
very quickly.
that's exactly what Hawk's going to do, not even paying attention to the others, just, break into a run.
Yep,
Cool.
Darcy's following.
Excellent. What's Dumas doing?
Yeah, Dumas just like immediately there.
She's what?
Just immediately there at his side again.
Okay, so I will put you in a weird position then. You the power allows you to appear by the person you know, so you're kind of also in like a pressed against the door situation. Like you're both basically if you're at this position with the window here, now kind of like side looking each other. You're looking to the right, he's pressed into the left by the blow of the beast, and that's where you are. Meanwhile, the other Darcy and Hawk and Joseph are now sprinting towards you.
Yeah. I thought okay.
All right. I'll
Um,
give Charles is. I'm going to use a move. Basically, Charles is knocked down. He's not getting up, or he's not able to interact right now. He's just dealing with the fact that he just got mauled. So I'll give Dumas one thing. What do you want to do?
um,
5 seconds. 4 seconds.
well, I want to try use magic to try to trap it, basically.
Oh, okay, interesting. How do you cast that? What is your magic use for this?
Let's see. Yeah, it's let's see.
So I'll say this. So in order to do this, why don't we say it's going to require some angel hair thrown at the feet of the creature?
Angel hair.
Yes, not the pasta, the actual hair of a real honest to goodness angel.
Convenient.
Okay. Thrown at the feet of. How about this? She'll take a bit of her hair and like tie it around. I don't know. No, I got it. I got it. Wanna just take a bit of her like blood and then like quickly like draws like a circle around the two of them and just tries to trap it with that.
Well, I already established that you're going to need the angel hair for this. So basically, you can throw it at the feet of the beast, and I'll say that it's trapped there, at least for the moment. If you can use magic.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
So basically, it takes a piece of you like that. So you're going to basically tear off a small chunk and toss it and use your celestial magic on it, concentrate.
Sure.
All right, roll use magic. So plus weird, please. 10. We're getting some excellent moves in the second half of this game here. So I get magic works without issues. So your effect that you're choosing is to trap a monster, a specific monster.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So it's there for the moment. Whether or not so this is basically, this works for let's see here. 30 seconds I think is like the standard thing here. Where is the thing? I know it's here. So yeah, let's call it this will last a minute. About that's kind of like one of the limitations of use magic. And I cannot find it right now, but I'll look it up later and show you that. But yeah, so basically this will hold it for a while. So let's cut to Hawk and Darcy and Joseph coming onto the scene. And yeah, you kind of round the corner of I'm assuming like you run around the corner of the front of the RV, and what you see is like the truck's parked behind it. Charles is like still kind of recovering from something. He's pressed against the truck. There's obviously blood on the front windshield and the side window, and it's definitely coming from Charles. And Dumas just done something. You saw the end of her throwing this little bit of hair at the thing's feet, and or you get that thing where like the land around her kind of becomes dimmer for a second, and suddenly the beast is not able to move out of the kind of the area it was, which is about 4 feet away from them. So it's really like you can still feel the weight of its breath on the two of you as it's breathing. What do you guys do? Who does what?
My truck!
My truck. Not oh my god, Charles.
So we're not even at the den, are we?
You're right outside the area. So like where the RV is. I'm gonna say where you're at right now is actually I'm sorry. So so I'm gonna say where you're parked at is close to the copse of trees that then surrounds the clearing.
Okay. Sounds like now is the time to get going on that ritual, guys. And Darcy is gonna pull her shotgun off of her back, and I definitely noticed that the beast can't move right now, but I feel like I could probably assume that it might be able to at some point. And so Darcy's gonna have her shotgun pointed right at it.
Okay, what's Hawk doing?
Hawk is going to grab Joseph by the hand. It's like, okay, come on, Mr. Argus. We need to go this way and get started that. They've got this covered.
Yeah. Also, Hawk, you're 99% sure Joseph has peed himself. If not little number 2 on the end of that. that defecation Sunday there. So yeah, but he's only too happy to get the hell away from that thing because that's not a rabid wolf. That is freaking 100% not a rabid wolf. So he's
One
happy to
more
go with you.
person, hurry up! I'm not looking back as I kind of pull him by the hand through the woods towards where we need to go.
Yeah, Duma quickly looks to see if Charles can get out of the way, and then starts going towards the to the hell portal.
Okay, cool. All right, that leaves Charles. You're now able to do something if you want.
And he's limping to the car door. He's going to the car door, to the truck door.
Yep, you're already pressed against it. You're there.
Okay, he's going into the cab. And he's gonna look at Darcy.
Oh, no.
Darcy, please don't be mad at me.
Please,
What are you about to do?
please don't be mad at me.
He's gonna back the truck up.
No.
He's
Charles!
gonna he's aiming the truck.
Yeah, Darcy
Oh, he's
getting out of the way. First of all.
And you guys don't get mad at this. He pushes Fenrir out of the truck.
Oh no.
It's
And then
okay,
he just-
Darcy's there.
And
Yeah,
he's
Darcy.
just gonna he's just gonna keep saying 3 names. Elizabeth Johnson. Elizabeth Johnson Cathy. And he just starts burning, getting the truck burning out. He's getting it up to max speed before he lets the parking brake out.
All
And
right.
he's aiming at that wolf.
All right. Roll kick some ass. You're kicking some ass.
Oh, yes. This
actually
is the moment
trying
I've
that
waited.
pin it against a tree move.
Custom move called run something over.
Plus stuff.
Yes, but running somebody over is like a 6 harm move.
And we got a mixed
Nah.
success.
It's closer to like, well, that's up to Scott, but it's
Yeah.
usually closer to like 4.
All right, so mixed success. So okay, so on a 7+, you and whenever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm based on status, blah blah blah. All right, so nothing special. So
You could use a luck if you really wanted to.
yeah, you could use luck and make it an automatic 12, I think.
May
But you
I
have a
use one
finite
luck,
amount
please?
of luck. You have a finite amount of luck.
May I use one?
Sure. You want to make that
I
a
will
12?
use one luck to make this a 12.
Okay. All right. So you now have
If you're alone,
Yep. So you now have a 10+ in this case. So you can force them to where you want them. So I will say if you want it to be up against a tree, we can work with that.
That's exactly what I would like to have is. Oh, and Charles is still like holding his foot on the gas.
Yeah. So Charles has taken another 2 harm as he basically goes from 60 to 0 in 0.2 seconds. And he's gonna be knocked unconscious for the moment. So yeah, his foot is still in the gas out of like instinct and the fact that he's freaking unconscious. What's that, Darcy?
Okay.
Yeah, so the truck is now wrapped around that tree. The beast is pinned there for now at least, and is definitely looking hurt. For anyone keeping score, it did not look injured from before. It was going into this fight, it was looking pretty standardly normal, no injuries. So, but yeah, now it is definitely pinned up against that tree, again for now, and it's definitely taken some harm.
Okay, so like it looks like it's injured now.
Yeah, it absolutely does look like it's taken some hurting.
I mean, I would be impressed if it didn't. That would be upsetting.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, okay, we're just gonna go home now. Yeah. So also, by the way, so Charles is now in the serious and unstable So there's the bad things happening. So put a check mark in your unstable box. What is your harm actually at right now? What's that?
No, 5. 5.
5? Okay. All right. So yeah, put a mark in the unstable box. And he's unconscious right now and will need some help to get stabilized.
Cool. That's great. Um,
So let's put a pin in that. As I'm assuming, is Darcy running towards the truck or something to see how bad the truck damage is? Assess it.
um, I mean, she's also worried
The
about
person
Charles.
damage.
I don't believe her.
I don't
think
believe
she's more
her.
worried about the truck.
She's pretty devastated about the truck. I don't know if it's going to be drivable after this. But she is checking on the truck and Charles.
All right. So we'll switch scenes. We now have gotten to the point where there's 3 people in that clearing, gathered. I'm assuming gathering around the thing. What's what I'm looking for? English is escaping me. The den. Uh, what are you doing? What's going on?
Well, Duma is trying to quickly set up the ritual and like she's kind of going to like business mode, so she's like barking out orders and saying like do this, and like she's letting Hawk do their thing too, her thing, because they know what the ritual is, and she's just trying to make sure the other guy doesn't mess things up.
Sure. Like, what are you having? What are you
Oh.
having Joseph do? At this point, Joseph literally is this most scared he's ever been in his entire life. This is no doubt. What are you having him do? What's his part of this?
Okay, Joseph, stand here. Hold this. When I start talking, repeat after me. Got it?
I have to imagine that like Hawk is doing the thing where like the person's freaking out, so you like grab their face and hold it so they have your gaze. Okay, so you're gonna stand here. You're gonna do this. You hold the stick until I tell you to do this, and then you rub the two together, and then you say this type of dealio. But yeah, Joseph is definitely
It's very simple.
he's on remote. He's on like autopilot. He's literally doing whatever you tell him to right now. The odds of him actually remembering any of this with complete clarity are 0. This is true. We are now in Traumaville for poor Joseph, but he is doing the thing.
Do what I say, and everything will be fine.
All right. Okay. So yeah, as you guys are doing that, you do see the Hellgate markings. They start there every now and then. I mean, you're just starting the ritual. It's like an hour long. Somehow you have to get this an hour going, and it's every now and then, like every 45 seconds ish, you see like a flicker to them, as if like just like a light bulb that doesn't quite have its good connection. Just for a second they flicker, but then they come back as strong as they were, and so the ritual starts. And let's see. So let's hop just for kicks. Let's hop back to Darcy and Charles. What's going on over there?
Darcy Darcy sees, that Charles is still in the front seat and that he has been knocked unconscious, and would I be able to just open the front door? I mean, you said that.
Yeah, it's the front of the front of the truck is kind of wrapped around the tree, but yeah, you're able to, with a little effort, you're able to open up that door. Definitely.
um is the beast, does it seem like it's going to be an immediate threat to me right now since it's pinned to the tree,
Not
or?
an immediate threat. It's definitely writhing around, like it's trying to, like, just like it when you grab a dog, like a little dog. It's kind of like trying to wriggle its way out of your grip. That's what it's doing to the truck and tree right now, and it kind of sees you, and every now and then it kind of focuses on you for just a split second, and like chomps at you. You actually hear the clack of hard teeth as it does that. And it does that every so often. It's kind of like it's like indecisive as to does it want to escape or does it want to try to kill you. Both are really awesome. So in its mind, so it's like
Both are really awesome.
yeah.
I want to try and get Charles out of there, but I'm not sure if Darcy would even be able to do that. I mean,
So
he's a
what are
big
you trying?
guy.
What are you trying to do it for? I mean, what's your purpose here to get him out of there?
To
This is not an action 80s action movie where the thing's gonna blow up. I'll let you know that. Sorry.
right. I figured I kind of to get him out of danger. Or um, does Charles still have his like brew on him?
He does.
Okay. So I kind of want to.
Actually, I think I would have it, wouldn't I?
Oh, that's
Because
right.
I teleported away.
That's right. Dumai has the brew technically. So yes, no, you're correct. He does not have his brew.
Okay. So I think Darcy figures that she can't easily get Charles out of the truck. So she is gonna jump up on the hood and take out her shotgun and shoot this thing point blank right there.
All right. So yeah, that's not even a move. So what's the harm of your weapon?
Uh, it is 3. Yeah, 3 close, messy.
Okay, and it is all those. So yeah, so you basically, Charles would be the most proud father ever seeing this scene. Like a swashbuckler, Darcy leaps onto the hood of the truck, brandishing her shotgun in hand, putting it almost straight up to the thing's like neck and chest, and squeezes that trigger. She pulls the trigger. Don't squeeze the trigger. Squeeze the trigger. And it boom loud enough to actually rouse Charles. And yeah, just the pellets. You can actually see several go straight through the thing, and the bloody like spray come out the back. And it just so happens that you definitely heard it. It's like it's actually almost lost one of its arms. It's like there's you've now broken up enough connective flesh that it's badly wounded, and in doing so, you've actually also carved out enough of the tree that it's able to get out, and it scurries into the wilderness for a moment.
Nice job breaking it, hero.
All right. So back in Hawk and Dumasville, you guys hear the shotgun blast, and it makes it's a distinct sound, Darcy's shotgun. And it's definitely, it definitely hit whatever it was going after. You hear some cracking, you hear the wail of that beast. Again, it's like a howl, but have you ever heard a bat chirp using its echolocation? It's like otherworldly. It's on like 3 different levels of reality that you hear this howl, and none of them are good realities. They're all terrifying ones. And you hear like it almost sounds like a tree falling. You're like, what in the hell is somebody cutting down trees for in the middle of this? And yeah, so the ritual goes on. Um, you're doing your thing. As things go on, there's like this ritual that's been described as very repetitive, like many rituals happen to be. So it's like after a while, it's like when you kind of like when you're driving and you're distracted, a little daydreamy, you're still doing the thing, but you're not you're so focused on it, you don't have to be focused on it type of thing, and you're getting into the zone here. So that's great. And Charles,
Hopefully, Vargas will actually be able to do things properly now.
yeah, even Vargas is kind of again like a robot, kind of just doing step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, go back to 1.
I think as she gets into it, Dumas, like the shadows around her kind of coalesce into like big wings things carved of shadow.
Oh
And
yeah.
our eyes are just bright lights. And slowly, as the ritual comes on, there's like these, like celestial music that's kind of like the tinkling of bells with like cosmic background radiation type noises.
It's like, ah.
No, it's yeah, but it's like you know how those and sometimes in fiction where you have like people speaking, but when they speak, it's like three voices at once.
Oh sure,
It's
yeah, like the
something
reverb.
like that.
Totally awesome.
Scott, are you gonna put that on for the rest of the session?
No, I'm gonna take it off. It's only funny for the 1 second, but after that you're good. But yeah, so yeah, awesome. Yeah, so you guys are all seeing this. Vargas is out of it again. It's pretty obvious that he's gonna mentally block this off in a special little dark room in his mind that he never opens a door to, type of situation. But this is new for Hawk, certainly. What's Hawk thinking as she's seeing like this, the celestialness of Dumas come to the forefront?
Really sure what to make of it. I'm not really decided right now because it could be a Dumas thing. It could be the ritual thing. Dumas thing, but I don't want to think about that too hard.
Gotcha. All right.
Mostly, whatever concentration I have, I'm just kind of keeping my eye out. Like saying the words while turning my head around and making sure everything seems to be okay, and just kind of keeping an eye on everything. And
Cool. Eye on the prize.
Sitting there in my head trying to figure out what are required parts of the ritual and what are not, and so what can I do if I need to do something without actually breaking the ritual.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Let's go back to Darcy and Charles. What are you guys up to? What are you both up to?
So
What was that?
I said, okay, so now Charles is awake. Darcy, let it go.
I'm sorry, are you bitching about me letting it go? I just tore its fucking arm off. Did you see that? Did you see
You still let it go. But I am proud of you. That was amazing and it was really awesome. And we will talk about that later.
Darcy's gonna hop off of the hood of the car and go back to the driver's side, and we have to get you out of here, Charles. You look really rough, and I don't know how to help you.
It's just a flash wound. I'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, Charles, take one more harm, please.
Oh, God. I think you are right. Let's get me out of this truck. Please.
Oh God, Charles is almost dead. All right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, Darcy's gonna do her best to kind of, help pull Charles out of the car now, or the truck.
Okay. It's probably really, 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 really painful, but Charles doesn't want to show that because, like, Darcy's just trying to help. Don't send mixed messages.
Earlier, we did establish there's a first aid kit in the truck.
There is.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I should use that first aid kit. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I didn't think about that until Cassie said it.
Totally forgot.
Oh my God. All right. So what are you gonna do to
I was
stabilize?
saying, we probably have first aid kits all
Yeah.
over.
Oh my god. Yeah, this team has to have them like in every little nook and cranny. Like at least a pack with some gauze, a pair of scissors, some band-aids, and some neosporin or something like that. Like everywhere, at every little nook and cranny.
Probably one. There's probably one first aid kit in every bed. There's a little one in the glove compartment. There's probably one we keep in the cab. There's one we keep in the kitchen. We keep one in the back of the truck. Probably a small one in the front of the truck.
Definitely one of those moments where the characters are just, what are we gonna do?
Oh wait,
Like, and it's right there.
All right.
I have
Oh,
like first aid kits.
All right. So due to Darcy's menstruations, that's the correct word. Charles is now stabilized, so you can uncheck unstable. You're still wounded. You still have all your wounds, so don't subtract any of those. But you are now at least
I'm nice and bloody.
you're nice and bloody and stable.
You should probably get to the RV and chill out for. I hate to tell you to miss out on a fight potentially, but I don't want you to, die.
I don't know what nonsense you are speaking about. I will not allow you to come to harm. Let me just get to my brew. And he's slowly trying to limp to Duma.
Right.
I can still fight.
Okay, Charles. And Darcy's gonna.
I'm not sure you can even.
We're not far from the ritual
Yeah.
place we established.
Yeah.
But Darcy's gonna kind of like walk a little bit ahead of Charles and sort of like keep an eye out. Make sure that he doesn't, get attacked since he's insisting on staying out here.
All right. So, for expedience's sake, the next scene we're going to see is so where is Charles headed? He is headed to the clearing. Yes.
He's trying to get to Dumas so he can get his brew.
All right. So Dumas is so into the ritual that you won't be getting your brew back without disrupting the ritual, which would be bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward. It's the ritual's been going on throughout this time. Darcy and Charles have been hearing growls and whatnot and breaking branches throughout the circumference of the clearing, as if the thing is circling, looking for that perfect spot to come from. And as the minutes tick by and the ritual's getting close to done, and finally you're in the last, I would say, and especially Hawk and Dumas and Vargas, if he could feel anything right now, you sense there's this thing as you're doing this ritual. You sense like the magic is about to pop. Like it's like you're literally watching a balloon fill up with air, and it's getting to that point where it's getting all stretchy. The balloons that as a kid, balloons getting so stretchy, the colors come. It's losing its color because all the dying parts are pulling so far apart, and this ritual is about to pop and do its magic. And it's like 30 seconds, and that's when the beast jumps out at Darcy, and it absolutely will pounce on her, unless someone does something. What do you do? No pressure, but lots of pressure.
Well, I don't know what I can do besides perform the ritual.
Right, yeah, you're doing exactly what you need to do. That's basically between Darcy and Charles at this point.
Oh, I can do something. I don't have to just like be pounced on.
No, I'm saying I'm asking, what do you do? Do you get out of the way? Do you shoot? Does Charles jump in the way, or what?
I would like to try and get out of the way.
Okay, go ahead and act under pressure.
Hey, that's
Okay.
a 9.
You got a 9. All right, so hard choice. Worst outcome, or price to pay. I'll say that just as it pounces at you, everyone feels like the ritual finishes. There's this like burst of, again, it's not like a physical energy. You feel it. You can literally feel like as it expands into a circle, it kind of goes through you, but nothing is physically disturbed. Nothing like Dumas hitting somebody or the wind blowing. It's just like you feel it go through your soul. Um, and just as it does that, um, it's going to jump. So basically, what's going to happen is if it doesn't get you, it's going to get the next best thing. So it'll maul Joseph. So your hard choice is take it or Joseph gets it.
No, what you do? You let him eat Joseph.
Oh damn! Am I able to take any kind of action at all besides the ritual?
Since the ritual is technically end at this point, you could do a help out.
Darcy's
I
gonna
think.
take it.
Because I was going to say, yeah, if I'm in a position to do a help action, I definitely want to help and turn that 9 into a 10.
Yeah, is that something that Darcy wants to do, or should we go with that, or is there a protect coming in our future?
Um,
I would
I still,
definitely
I
do
still,
whatever I can to help out Darcy.
yeah, we can let Hawk help out.
Okay. So, and if that happens,
All right,
basically
so
Hawk will push Jason out of the, or Jason, Joseph out of the way. We'll say that's the best case scenario here. So okay, go ahead and help out. So roll plus cool, Hawk.
I don't have to roll.
Oh, yeah, they don't have to roll because the
Uh
power of heart lets you automatically help as if you'd rolled a 10.
oh, okay. Oh, he just put that there. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. So let's see, 10 plus. So your help grants him +1 on the roll. So awesome. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Jason. Really cool move. So so yeah, Hawk pushes Jason out of the way. So basically, Darcy does her dodge roll. It goes for Jason. Hawk pushes Jason out of the way, and now everything is fair game. I'll give you guys. I'll give like an action or two before the beast has its own move here. So who's doing what? What's going on?
Okay. Well, I guess
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Duma's gonna, when she finishes the ritual, she's kind of just gonna stalk up towards it, just say like a big pronouncement in like some other language.
Mm-hmm.
Just like smash
Okay. And I'm assuming you're using your gloves.
it. Yes.
All right. Okay. Roll to kick some ass. You got this. It's roll plus tough. There you go. Ooh, Jesus. All
Hell
right.
yeah.
All right. So you get an extra effect. So you'll take 3 damage or 3 harm. What's your extra effect you want to use from that list?
Um, I'll take less harm.
Okay. All right. So take 2 harm. And yeah, so you basically slam your fist straight into its jowls, and it'll like as it's kind of taking it, and you feel actually teeth breaking off against your knuckles. Um, it kind of rakes you with its other hand. So like now you have matching wounds, one on the right, one on the left. I'll allow one more person to do a move before it starts moving. Who wants to do that? No, nobody.
Um, I just
If
dodged.
the ritual's done, I can certainly. Go ahead.
I
What's that?
figure
No.
I just dodged. I can get back up and shoot at it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead and kick some ass. Roll plus stuff.
Oh, great! What I'm good at.
6. All right.
Okay.
All right. Take
Oh no.
take 3 damage.
I don't know.
as it
Would I
turns
be
on you.
would I be able to
What's
help
that?
on this?
Would you be able to what?
To help out on this? I
Um,
also have a gun. Can I help out on this?
I think that's even. Yeah. Let's go for it. I know that I remember reading that in the rule book. There actually was like,
All right.
yeah, help out by shooting also. So if you want to turn that into a 7. So Darcy blasts. What does Jason do? What does it look like? Or for not Jason, Hawk. What does it look like for Hawk to do the thing?
Probably, basically from the other angle, we're probably flanking it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's like Darcy's unloading with the shotgun. Every time it gets close, I just take aim, and I've got my hang in. I'm just bang, 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 just kind of knocking it off, trying to ruin its aim.
Cool, and taking little pieces
The way
off of
she's
it
like
also.
Darcy.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna say you see like in this moment of horror, you see the beast just land on Darcy and she falls on her back. And it's only as she hits the ground that you realize that it's actually dead on top of her and bleeding profusely onto her.
Ew, ew, ew.
I'm still gonna keep shooting it as I rush up.
I am under the dog.
I don't know it's dead.
Excellent. Yes.
How much harm did I take from it falling on me?
None. It's that you didn't do really. You succeeded in the move. I'm not going to penalize you or anything. It doesn't make any sense for that. A 0 harm, if anything, to knock you. Get the wind knocked out of you.
Hopefully Hawk doesn't also shoot me.
Yeah, it's a little Freudian slip there. Oops, I totally did not mean to shoot you.
That would suck if I'd survived this demon dog and then got shot by my friend.
Yes. So again, for kind of
Laughing, going.
expedience. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Charles is just laughing, going, "It was a good thing I crashed it into the tree now, huh?" It hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah. So for expedience sake, we're gonna montage this straight back into the RV. You guys are back on the road. We actually are hitting our 10 o'clock mark, but I'm gonna go just a little late if that's okay with you all. So like you're basically in the RV. People are changing into new clothes. Probably like you're around the RV clothes. I only imagine like Darcy has like some old sweats that she wears. When everything else is bloody or torn up or whatever. And pretty much the same for everyone else. There's like first aid going on. You guys are really becoming good at this. Included in the RV was a Boy Scout merit, first aid merit badge book. So like there's you've all been studying it and a little bit. And so yeah, I'm assuming is Darcy driving? She's always driving, right?
Usually. But I imagine like anybody can drive if need be, but
The main driver
she
is Darcy.
prefers to be the one to drive.
Yeah. So the pickup truck is being towed behind like it usually is, with like the front wheels off the ground like it always is, and that's a really good thing because that's the only way it could possibly move. In order to repair it, you probably have to put in twice the amount of money that it's worth to get that engine and radiator fixed. But it's possible, so we'll put put a pin in that for the next episode. But yeah, you guys are kind of going down the road again, kind of looking through that window, watching the scenery go by. And this is, I have to imagine, like this is like almost your reward besides the money, just being able to sit safe in this RV, cruising down the road, feeling that motor running, feeling the little bumps of the road, knowing you're moving and you're going somewhere new, and you left something bad dead behind in your wake, and now you get to relax and heal your wounds and massage your muscles and get that sleep and try not to have nightmares, maybe have some drinks, and we continue down the road. So I would like to do two things, unless you guys want to add something on the end here. I don't want to cut into your thunder. But my two goals here before we end, and again, we're over time, and I do apologize, and we can cut out anytime you're ready, is A, let's do experience, and B, I promised Charles that he could do at least a quick flashback. So this is not the extended version. This is the 2 to 3 minute flashback version. Is everybody cool with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's look at XP and session XP. So, question 1. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Yes. Did we save someone from certain death or worse? Yes.
I would say so.
Yes. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
What was
Hellgates are a thing.
Hellgates are a thing. That is kind of important to know, I suppose. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? God, that's a yes.
I feel like we learned something new and important about all of the hunters, perhaps.
Yeah, so that's an easy yes. Mark, so this is, if you get 3 or 4, mark 2 boxes. So mark 2 more boxes on your experience track. Each of you.
All right. Yeah, I level up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think we all level up, don't we?
Probably. Well, I think, yeah, you're
I leveled up in the middle of the adventure.
Yeah, because I think Huck has had some more failure rolls, and I hope you've all been adding, kicking off your failure rolls. By the way.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll try to keep reminding you, but
Ox had
and you can always go back on our
rolls,
little
but I got
roll
experience
list.
being stupid.
Right. Cool. All right. So
we got two end of XP for last week and 2 this week, and everybody got at least 1 failure. So yeah.
Awesome.
Time to level. Let's see what kind of exciting things people do.
Yeah, I'm really excited because these playbook moves are really powerful and awesome, as we've learned. I love Hawk's move that she just used. That is so cool. And it's like, she's the mundane. She's here. You're not. I won't say you're quite like you're the support individual, but you kind of are. And that kind of is like, I don't know much about supernatural, but I'm here to help. So here you go. That's pretty cool. So yes, these are very powerful moves. So be very selective when you pick. So let's go ahead and jump into Charles's flashback. I'm interested to hear. Go, Charles.
It's just a quick abridged one, so I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. So while in the RV,
a couple minutes, you're good.
While in the RV, while you guys are driving, I imagine everyone's just talking. Charles is slipping in and out of consciousness again. The last thing he sees is he looks at Dumas. He sees the image of a woman, and he looks and smiles and goes, Elizabeth. Looks over at Darcy, sees a little girl. And he's just, little brother, Catherine. And then finally looks over at Hawk and sees a teenage boy. And he's just, Johnson. And then, bam, as he goes unconscious, he's in his truck. And well, not a truck. He's just with his family driving in a car, and his wife's just like, "Honey, why did we have to go? Why did we have to go all the way up to Canada just to enjoy a nature trip?" And where you guys are, all you're hearing is Charles just going, "No, no, no," and he's quickly reliving the moment that brought him to all of this crap. And it quickly fades to him meeting a shaman, telling him, "You don't want to go to where you're going." And Charles is telling him, "You're full of shit. There's no such thing." Flash again. He's setting up a tent, yelling at his son, telling him, Why don't you work harder? Why aren't you better? You could be better than this. Flash again. He's looking at Fenrir. Fenrir is a puppy. Fenrir, I need you to protect the family. I'm going to go out. I believe I saw some caribou. And he heads out. Flash again. Fenrir's running and yipping and yowling. He's not white anymore. That puppy's red. Charles looks down and he's just, Fenrir? And he takes off to the camp. All there is, besides just a mangled tent, there's one thing. It's his wife's arm. It's not her left arm. It's her right arm. Charles collapses on the ground. He just starts laughing. Smashing his knee with all the force that he can muster, and he takes one of his hands and slowly starts digging into his face. He keeps laughing and laughing and laughing. And then we're back in the RV, and he's just crying as he's sitting in the back of his seat. And that's the end of his flashback.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Well done. Well done. Cool. And again, I like how this is coming. His story is becoming more to the forefront, and I can see other people's stories as Darcy and Hawk go back and forth about their, their larceny and stuff. We kind of get a little bit of Dumas. Dumas hasn't crept out of her shell quite yet, but she's getting there to maybe betray some more of her past. So that's awesome. So yeah, so we've gone over the time, and I kind of wanted to make sure we finish this mystery this session, this episode. So I hope I didn't rush things too much. I think it was a decent pace given everything. But yeah, so let's wrap things up. So first of all, my awesome players, the stars of the show, put on an awesome session tonight. So awesome to them. So good job. So let's have them say goodbye. Over here we have Cassie.
Goodbye, peoples.
And we have Emily.
Goodbye.
And Jason.
Around, Space Cowboy.
And last but absolutely not least, we have Brian.
Everyone, until next week.
Cool. All right, and I am Scott's Case Files. If you're watching this on Twitch, all my stuff is below. If you hit about, all my social media links, please check those out. If you're watching this on a YouTube video, all my stuff is in the description, so check that out. Subscribe to the YouTube, hit the bell to be alerted when new videos come out, etc. And I hope you had as good a time watching as I had keeping this one. So thank you to all. My players, as always, are awesome. They keep being awesome, and I'm really interested to learn more about the characters. And really, one thing I kind of want to point out is the book, Monster of the Week, points out that this game is not about hunters killing monsters. It's about it's about learning about the hunters as they go through this hunting. It's a story about the hunters. So that's really important. So I'm looking forward to learning more of their mysteries and secrets. So until next episode, the camera pans out and we do our thing. In fact, I forgot again to play the intro video, so we'll have to do that next time. But we're good. Everybody knows you are. You're good. All right. So I will bid you a fond farewell and good night and take care for now. Go forth and do no harm.